Hey everyone, Camilo Mesa here. Get ready for today's market update. Today we will be looking at an overview of 2020 and a forecast of what's to come in 2021. All right, let's take a look at this past year. The GTA housing market performed very differently than expected during the early stages of COVID-19. As the economy entered its initial lockdown, last year total numbers of sales recorded its third best on record since 2016. Isn't that crazy? Well, in the first quarter, sales were strong, and then it took a plunge in activity during the second quarter and quickly rebounded in the third quarter to finally make a 33% increase in the fourth. Now, why should you care? Well, this is all to say that despite the increase in cases, buyer optimism continued to surge at the end of a year. Now, why was there a rebound? Well, initially people thought that it was because of pent-up demand, and supposedly by the end of a year, demand was going to gradually go back to normal levels. However, what we learned is that employment losses occurred last year were focused on younger, hourly wage workers as opposed to permanent salaried employees, which led to a very different result for rental and ownership market. This pandemic also caused a desire to change living arrangements. Therefore, demand for properties in the 905 region became central for the market in 2020, with detached sales increasing 15%. While there was growth in semis and towns, it was to a lesser degree than the one of detached homes. Now, this resulted in a growth in sales that outpaced the one in new listing, resulting in a strong seller's market during 2020. Another important factor to buyer activity was the unprecedented government support for credit and interest rate reductions to keep mortgage defaults low and demand high for housing. Now, let's take a look at this graph. Detached homes have been steadily increasing since 2018 by 15% year over year. In this 5-year overview, we're able to see a bigger gap being created between detached homes and condo apartments. Now, if we take a closer look at this year only, it further proves the gap being created between these property types. Now, why is it relevant for us to know about this gap? Well, this is basically saying that sales for condo apartments in both the 416 and 905 areas are decreasing, in addition to condos having a downward trajectory. COVID-19 also added or created another problem as condo dwellers began to search for more space. This made investors worried about the drop in rents and spike in supply. However, in December of 2020, apartment sales were among the fastest growing house type in the GTA. Due to that sharp turnaround of demand for condos, inventory dropped to 2 months of supply. To sum up the overview of 2020, while the economy will take another hit during the winter as the GTA entered its second lockdown, that doesn't seem to be an impact on buyer confidence. By the end of December, inventory continued to fall for detached homes, semis, rows, and towns to 0.9 and 0.5 months of supply. Those numbers are insane, and those numbers are the setup for 2021's trajectory. This is a great time to sell right now. Well, looking at the numbers of January that just came in, I was surprised by the robustness of the GTA's market right now. 2021 has started with a flurry of activity. There is sales growth across all major segments, including condos in both Toronto and the GTA regions. As of right now, months of inventory are down to approximately 1 month. This highlights the lack of inventory for all home types. Now, for condos, demand has begun to rebound since 2020 due to limited inventory of other property types for sale. This resulted in many buyers and investors running towards the purchase of new construction. Now, what's to come in 2021? Well, if we continue to see condo sales grow, they will outstrip condo listings. And later in the year, we might start to see renewed price growth for condos. As for detached homes, if we continue to see this trend, this upward trend, I believe this will be the best time to sell your house for the best possible price. So if you want a specific update of your neighborhood's market, don't hesitate to reach out. Let me buy you a coffee. And remember, it's your dream, make it happen.